Hi guys, Ray here, City Fan TV. You didn't wait for me. You were in. I set this up for a 7:30 start, and you guys are in. I'll go through your comments before we talk about that pretty disgraceful performance from City. City Original just here to tell you he was wrong about Garcia. I told you we shouldn't play somebody. No. City Original, no. First, we didn't have much choice. First half, he was all right. Second half, the whole team was rubbish. First half, he did all right. You can't argue about Garcia first half, okay? Other people made the mistakes. Second half, he made mistakes. But we were a shambles second half, and teams should not be having that many chances. They walk through us. There's no heart. There's no heart, okay? There's no heart. I tell you what, guys, there's more beating heart in a morgue than there was for City today. There's no heart. And you have pathetic abject display. I hope you're accepting minus rate. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Start with the manager. I said it a long time ago. So I'm not blaming Faris. First goal, Walker's fault. Can't argue about that. Second goal, is that Garcia's fault? I think Garcia could have done more. But why is the guy running through for an easy cross? Why is there no pressure? Where's Benjamin Mendy? Where's Mendy? Where's Nathan Ake? Why is the guy strolling through and putting in a cross without any pressure? Then Garcia makes a mistake. Fair enough. But that's for the third goal. We're a shambles, guys. Stuff the slow-mo. There's going to be a lot of people on. Let them go for it. Everyone was saying we don't need another midfielder, really. I said, go back to my... I will put slow mode on. Go back, guys. Go back to what I said in July. What did I say in July? What did I say? As soon as Pep puts on takes Fernandinho off, we collapse. A lot of the blame has to be thrown at Pep because we were rubbish. We didn't really create much. First half, we were okay for the first 20, 25 minutes, but we weren't creating loads of stuff. And that's what bugs me. 5 men at the back, we can't do anything. That's why we wanted someone like Messi. Messi will open doors. Mahrez, he opens nothing. Mahrez was opening nothing today. It's like he's got a bag of keys and not one of them is the right key for the lock. Same with Foden. Same with Sterling. A false nine without the personnel to do it. You can't play a false nine with Riyad Mahrez. I said so. I said so before the game. Garcia was awful, but Mendy, yeah, Andy, well, yeah, that's it, Andy. What can I say? City Original, nothing wrong with Garcia's ability. I think he will be a class. He's still young, but doesn't want to be here. I don't think that's it, City Original. It's not that he doesn't want to be here. We were shambolic. What excuse are you going to give for Walker's penalty? What excuse are you going to give for, was it Mendy's penalty? What excuse to give for the others? Walker wants to be here. Mendy wants to be here. You can't use that one. No, after link skills. I will. Don't worry, guys. Anybody goes over the top, I will either ban you or put you on timeout. No, Faris, forget that we've got 8 injuries. Forget that. Pep chose that side. We've got enough good players. He chose to go down with the false nine when we haven't got the personnel. You're allowed to question your manager. Edwin, he offers us nothing. This is what I said before. He's offering us nothing going forward. Seriously, Mendy offers us nothing going forwards. All he can do is put a cross in. He can't beat a man. Very rarely do you see Mendy these days going past somebody. You don't see it. Why? Because he can't do it. So you don't see Mendy going past players. That's bad enough. Okay, you don't see that. He puts a cross in. He doesn't cut inside for having a shot. You know, that's what I said last season. That's what Cancelo brings us. Cancelo can actually go past a player on the outside. He can cut inside, have a shot. He can go on the outside or the inside. He has a lot more to his offensive attacking game than Mendy does. And it's a massive frustration that, you know, look, we can all argue as much as we want about who should and shouldn't be in and when it's right to have a go at players, when is the right time. Not having a go, but I just said he's not good enough. He's not good enough for us, guys. Give us some likes because I'm not going down tonight with more dislikes than likes. You've got to give us some likes because it ain't happening tonight. Not letting the bully boys win. No one defends worse than us, Ikram. Nobody. How is Michael Arteta? There you go, Ikram. There you go. Our defence is... Look who we've got. You can argue what you want. Look who the personnel. Otamendi, who was there when we Centurions played 35 out of 38 league games, was there mainstay in the formidable seasons. John Stones played 24 games, I think, in either the Centurions or the formidable seasons. He played a ton of games, okay? People slagging them. They played a ton of games. They're not suddenly rubbish overnight. We had Delphin Zinchenko at left back during the Centurions and formidable seasons. Yeah, but people slate them, said they're not good enough. They're not good enough, okay? But it's what we had around them. It's that Fernandinho. It's that press. We had so much possession, so much of the ball. Teams never had any quality against us. They walked through us today. We needed Fernandinho. And as I said in the summer, I wanted Ismail Benassa. I wanted that guy who's tenacious, who is another Fernandinho. I wanted that guy who's a mix of Fernandinho, Yaya Toure, and David Silva. He's got attributes of them all. That's what I see. Okay, he's not as big and tall as Yaya, but he can do the box-to-box. He can do the passing, maybe not as good as David Silva, but he can do the defensive stuff like Fernandinho. And that's why I wanted it. It was terrible. City match start any dollar with us to score free kicks corners. We were terrible, guys. Terrible. We could not break them down. And that's the problem with this false nine. They were just going to play that. We had no answer. Pep did his plan A, carried on doing his plan A. Look, I questioned him after the first season because he stuck to a plan A. Second season, plan A works even better. Third season, plan A. Fourth season, plan A fell apart. Fifth season, it's falling apart. We have not looked good. I spoke to the Leicester fans. I said, we look shaky. Every game we played, Wolves could have beat us. Wolves could have beat us. And people are walking away, oh, we won 3-1. Yeah. It's not a problem. We're back. City are back. City weren't back. Look, Mendy must have been beaten half a dozen times in about 20, 30 minutes in the second half against Wolves. They could have had 2 or 3 goals before we scored our third goal. They could have been in that game. They could have been ahead. So many chances. That Podence missed one hit over the bar, one where he dummied it. He should have had a shot. Was it Jimenez put one wide when he should have really scored? And that's before they scored a goal. Come on, guys. Use your brains. Use your brains. Who relegated lost some of their best players. In Nathan Ake to us, they lost Wilson and Fraser to Newcastle. And yet, they had moments. Okay, they only had one shot on goal. They had lots of moments against us. That's not right. It's not right. We saw Walker just had 2 men on him, having to try to mark 2 men. You can't do it. Where's the rest? Pep's focus on offence. What we do, guys, we put lots of men in attack, lots of men up, and our fullbacks up there, and we leave maybe 2 men at the back, okay? And we crowd them and pass. And when we lose it, we're outnumbered. What's going on? What's going on? I said our press isn't as good. Fernandinho's not there. Look at the difference he makes. Jarek says the Academy did better last week. Faris, Leicester counter-attacks is deadly, and without CB's injured and making us... But it was terrible. Aaron says systematic failure. Bad choice. I said before the game, we did not have the personnel to play. We didn't have the personnel to play a false 9. Yet Pep did it. Pep went for a false 9 without the personnel, and we were just not good enough. I said before the game, if we want to play a false 9, you need 3 out of these 4 players: Gabriel Jesus, Phil Foden, Raheem Sterling, Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva's out. Yeah, Gabby J's out. So where's the personnel for that role? That it didn't work. I said Mahrez was going to give us nought. He gave us a goal. What else did he give us? People are arguing with me. Mahrez gave us a wonder goal. Ask him to do that 100 times, and might score it once. What else did Mahrez give us? What did Foden give us? What did Sterling give us? All out position, rubbish. You've got to say it as you see it. And I questioned Pep in the summer because he's not signed a new contract, and said it many times on the Bolt from the Blue podcast, on these videos. I said, you've got to question it. Why is he not signing a new contract? What's going on? The players are going to end up not playing for him. They didn't play for him. Half-hearted fouls. Rubbish. rubbish. Jarrett's complete humiliation. Darcy's so mad. Trust me, man. I am. You know, I have to keep it together. Otherwise, my missus and kids will come and say, what's going on? Copycat mistakes. Aaron, laziness. You should leave it to your goalie. What are you going to get by fouling them? You've got VAR. Pep, the coaching staff have got to tell them, you've got VAR. You are very unlikely to get away with fouling them in the box. So why do it? Give your goalie a chance. Andy, I don't understand what our defensive coaches are doing. That seems incapable of producing a cohesive. Absolutely. Darcy wants Mendy gone. Mendy's gone for me. He's not playing for us. It's a shame we got the injuries. And you've got to question, why have we got so many injuries? Put the COVID aside. Gabriel Jesus injured. Cancelo injured. Zinchenko injured. And there's one. Aguero injured. Okay? We've got 4 men injured there. We've got guys who've got COVID. I'm sure there's somebody else injured that I've missed out. You can't do it. Sterling wasn't there today. Sterling wasn't there many times last season. I said it so many times last season that he needs pressure on him. He's too easy to get a games for Sterling. It's just too easy. I'll try and go through your messages, but there's just far too many for me to go through. Question, Pep. Don't say sack him. Be careful what you say. Remember this, okay? I'm blooming 11 minutes behind and I'm never going to catch up. Okay, how do we concede 5 goals with 3 penalties? It's pathetic beyond what to go. Faris, Ikram, my point is nothing new. We've seen this before. Today we've been punished. Look, against Wolves we could have been beaten. Wolves could have scored 3 or 4 goals. Against Bournemouth they could have scored a couple. Nothing to stop them. We haven't looked good. We're always looking shaky at the back. Always. Jarrett's this one. Lou will keep chugging along and believe. Absolutely. You know, this is not an overreaction. This is what we were saying in the summer. Concerns about Pep not signing a new contract. Concerns about not sorting the players out. I'm not going to blame Cheeky yet because it's a financial situation as well. But there's no heart. That's the biggest thing for me. There's no heart in that team. You saw KDB when we were losing. Just make a half-hearted foul. No effort to put, no desire to put the effort in, just to foul straight away. When we, you know, I just think that's when I feel they don't care. We've all played football, guys. I'm sure we've all serious attempts in, and it looked like some, you know, the half-hearted attempts, pretending that you're putting the effort in, but you can see it. I think I think the fact they've scored 5 would suggest there is something. It's even worse. Question marks everywhere, says Hassan Malik. Ikram Aki is the only one that can hold his head up high. He was still absent for the second goal. He wasn't great. He was all right for most of the first half. James, don't worry, guys. Our next defensive saviour is Ruben Diaz. Label the next Otamendi. Oh, please, James, don't put bring a silver cloud or silver lining to our cloud. Delap doesn't look like. He got a good header. Back to basics, Jerix. Diaz is simply not the answer. It's not personnel. It's not simply buying new defenders. We've seen it hasn't worked. We've seen buying new defenders hasn't worked. Why was John Stones so good in the Centurion season and the Formidable season until he got injured? Why was he so good and not so good afterwards? And what's wrong with him? Why was Otamendi first choice centre back in the Centurion season, and now everybody's throwing them under the bus? You've got to question Walker. Once someone gets at us, we collapse like a house of cards. As I will say again and again tonight, there is no heart. There is no heart in this City team. No team play like the City. Yeah, in this, says Darcy. This happened last year. We don't learn. Mistakes all over the shop, GSG. Beyond what to give, this was shambolic performance. Our youth team showed more fight. Absolutely. Haj Mendy isn't there for me. It's like it wasn't for. It was a waste of time, Mendy. Let's be honest. Call it what it is. Like I said about your, we shouldn't keep our expectations low because it should be miles better than this. Mendy was trash. His Mr. Roll-up midfielder, says Edwin. Don't think Laporte and Diaz give up 3 pence. I agree, Mr. Roll-up. I'm quite shocked, says Questlight, at what we've been seeing since that. The Arsenal semi-final was poor. We've seen it time and time again. We do not do well against a low block. And the thing is, we got that early goal. So that, Leicester, we knew Leicester had to come at us. We knew that. So we should be better. No passion, says Darcy. King, this is ridiculous. Turkin Fernandinho off left says exposed as a, well, I can't say that word. Pep's made far too many errors now. The issue isn't even the defence, and it's wholly out of tactics. It's Pep. 100%, but Pep never, absolutely. Pep will say it's his fault. Pep will say it's his fault, but he'll go and do the same crap again next time. I agree, GRX. He's given us a lot, but looks like his time is done. It was embarrassing, says Adam. We didn't need to lap on this early. We needed him from the start, Haj. You're playing people against a team that were just there to defend. Derek Jones' project over, could well be. Harvey Barnes was running through the heart of our team under no pressure. Absolutely, Ikram. I wouldn't call him garbage, Dean. I will say we have to. Hassan Malik, what major overhaul in the last 3 seasons? We've got 3 players this summer. We're going to have. We're getting Ruben Diaz. Ruben Diaz is probably on this private jet going back and say, I don't want this. We're getting Ruben Diaz. We got Ferran Torres, Nathan Ake. Okay. Last season we got Rodri. Forget Angelino, he's gone. We got Cancelo. Season before we got Riyad Mahrez. There's 6 new players in 3 seasons, and honestly, how many of them are first-team players? Riyad Mahrez is not. He might be one of the 3 or 4 best players last season. He's not good enough for me. People will criticize me. He's not doing it enough. He's not doing enough. He's just doing 10 or 11 goals a season and 10 or 11 assists isn't enough. It isn't. How many of those signings would you say, wow, yeah, they really are a top first team player? Blue Chan, behave yourself. You'll get your 5 minutes of fame, Blue Chan. Come on, Damien. Is that the best you got, Damien? Come on. Can't really say what we are about. What does that say? All I knew from names on the back. It is pathetic. Name another top team in the defence worse than us. I'll wait. Each penalty was the same. Mendy offers nothing apart from crosses. Not blaming him for the defeat, but the guy. I've said that. I said that last season. I said I'll give him time, but the time's not worth it. Adam Cancelo offers more than Mendy. As I said, inside, outside, cutting in, shooting, better passing as well. Cancelo offers. It's light years ahead of Mendy. All will stuff Leeds. Don't worry, GSG. Definitely the striker. No more questions asked. Hassan Malik. They won't do it. Mendy out. Eric Dean, you can have your 5 minutes of fame. Let's not abuse them. Okay, I'm going to be soft, but let's not abuse them. Laporte wasn't bad at left back in the formidable season. Iraqi at left back. They didn't play much hard. He didn't play much at left back. We need Cancelo back. Look, it's up to the board. It's up to Pep. You've got to ask yourself why we got so many injuries. Why? It is up to the board and Pep. The lad didn't get enough service. He could have scored today, but there was no fight. Absolutely beyond the game. Once we're getting the teams that is, we've got no heart. I'll say that again. We've got no heart. Sam Martin has an utter disgrace, not acceptable at all. I agree. No leadership, no one to inspire that absolutely shocking team, says Darcy. Mr. Rolo, Laporte, Diaz, Aguero, Bernardo, Gundo, Jesus. A lot of players out. I agree, Mr. Rolo. I totally agree. A lot of players out. So what? So what? This is a team that pretty much the team that beat Wolves. What's the difference between this team and the team that beat Wolves in terms of personnel? All right, Stones wasn't there. And Gabriel Jesus wasn't there. 9 of the 11 were the same. This team cannot challenge for the title. It's not over yet, guys. But if you've got no heart, you're not going to win. I'll say this. We can win the league, but we have to grow a heart. Where are we going to get them? Do we need to go and see the Wizard of Oz? It's crazy to think Stones automatically dealt in that record-breaking team. It is, but that's what it was. Zinchenko is better than Mendy, in my opinion, and I think he would have given us more to us than Mendy. I agree, because Zinchenko offers more going forward as well. And he's just as bad at defending as Mendy. Darcy, this better be the wake-up call. It won't be. Somebody wants to go. Bamford and Harrison will rip us apart next week. We'll not get anything. I think another high. No, I think we'll win next week, Andy. It's just the way City did. Benassa, Haj, you offer the money. Anybody's available. GRX, no season should be throwaway. We shouldn't be like that. Aki is the only one who can hold his head high, even if he wasn't his best. But I feel sorry he had to put up with that. Yeah, that's what I said. He's gone from a relegation battling team last season to one this season. Oh, I can do box to box as well. Plus, you can offer more forward if he can come on to different Fernandinho. We wouldn't be so exposed. Edwin, I want a defensive midfielder. I want Fernandinho replacement, and Rodri isn't. Robert Beard, I don't know how many times I need to say it. We need a striker. We look terrible at the back. Mendy is useless. It's not about position. It's about making opportunities and chances, passing football faster and moving faster, pressing. Look, so many times we got the ball. So many times. And when you see other teams, when they get the ball against us, they go for it. They don't just mess around, passing it around at the back. They go for it. We got chances in advanced positions. What do? Pass it back. Our fullbacks are a disgrace. Sorry, but our midfield is really weak without the ball, says Umar Abdul Rahman. I can't argue with you. As long as you guys keep it clean, I can't argue with that. We just pass the ball around and make mistakes on the ball on repeat. It's absolutely hilarious, says Darcy. Quest like, why is there no cohesion with the team set up on defensive play? Ask Pep came back late. Yeah, where was our warm-up? Yes, the warm-up pre-season was a mess, but Pep will say it's his fault, and it is his fault. I agree. Oh, I would put in the hard work and creativity. Arsenal will reportedly put a bid in of 32 million for Husmawa. Now, Leon won't send him at that price, but no one else is putting a bid in. Juventus, where we thought he'd possibly go to, they're not putting a bid in. I don't think they will. City haven't. Real Madrid, no. Barcelona, nobody has. Could Arsenal get him for 35 to 40 million quid? It's an absolute steal. Yes, City haven't replaced Aguero, Fernandinho, company signed. I can't argue with that either. Bargain shopping in the transfer market came back to bite us. I don't think so, Mr. Rolo. I honestly don't think so. The position, people saying our defence is a mess. What we're doing, we're not protecting the defence. We've always relied on these defenders, but we've had better in front of them. Thanks to it, Wolves could easily have scored 4 goals. This is nothing new. This time we've been put to the side and we deserve it. We were a lost cause when it comes to people running at our defence. Absolutely. 2 of our goals were set pieces. No creativity, all says Faris. There you go. This is ridiculous. Taking Fernandinho off left us too exposed. Oh, come on, King. You said that already. Faris, you're right. I imagine losing to Leicester. Oh, come on, Samir. Behave yourself, Samir. False 9 isn't the problem because nothing improved when Delap came on. The problem is the system. Well, Delap, at least we were offered something different. But the thing was, Edwin, there was no heart by then. We were already getting, there was no heart for me. Prime Fernandinho, Fit Aguero, signing company was a difference. Absolutely. It's like Mendy's afraid to cross the ball. Pep is getting too comfortable. Samir, you lost your Christopher. Come on, guys. Why bother with him? I'll deal with people like that. Just focus on us. They were out of position due to injuries. It was at least 50 goals up now. Get some likes in. We'll beat Leeds, I'm sure of it. It's just that's typical City. To throw in a pathetic performance like this, when you're 1-up, controlling the game, not creating much, but controlling the game. Fernandinho was our shield, subbed him off, and the game was gone. Yep, I agree, Faris. I couldn't believe Fernandinho going off. Unless he's injured, don't take him off. I really think Pep is now past his best. I don't see improving the team, and it's now time to go, says Andy. Wow. Pep is very overrated. Checkbook. Who isn't? Ollie? Is he a checkbook manager? Klopp spent 400 million in about 2.5 years. Is he a checkbook manager? Poch in next season? No, I don't want Poch. But, we need better fitness. We need better everything. Beyond Ultra Gaming, their tactics were all wrong. We should have had a balance between attack and defence. Yeah, we went 1-0 and we should have kept Fernandinho on. Should have. Ikram, I don't know what goes through their minds when they give away those penalties. 3 carbon copy mistakes. Just why they're taking the opponent down. It's pathetic. Same mistakes as last year. Don't understand what's next. Mr. Roloff, we got injuries. So what? Everybody gets injuries. We can't just blame. You can't just put it down to injuries. Wow, I'm so far behind. City fans has been collapsed since Vince. GTR, thanks for coming back after so long, but it's rubbish. You got to respect Leicester, says John. Absolutely. No Haj. We'll get Diaz. We might get Koundé. This might push them to get Koundé with John Stones injured, and that's it. I can't see anything else. Wrong decisions. I said for the last 2 seasons, we've bought players who are not first-team players. That's made us struggle. Mahrez was not a first-team player when we bought him. Cancelo was not a first-team player when we bought him. Rodri, for me, is not a first-team player. He's certainly not better than Fernandinho. And Angelino was not a first-team player. We've spent 2 summers buying players who are not good enough to be in our first team. Absolutely, but Pep wants that. Pep wanted Jorginho. Jorginho wouldn't replace Fernandinho. A Fernandinho replacement. It's not just the defence, GSJ. They put under too much pressure and then they collapse. Up front, we were bob 5 shots on target all game. More worryingly is once they get past our front press, there's nobody in midfield to come from the counter other than Finnegan from then on. Absolutely. Still not keen on Rodri says City original Laporte. Yes, don't give 3 penalties, Mr. Rope. I agree. We've been relying on KDB, and when he went missing, we don't have any identity in attack. I agree, Faris. Man City will only buy defenders who can first and foremost be able to defend. They won't. No. You can't become a better defender here, Rick. I mean, it looks like it. I don't agree with that. After 2 games, rubbish. Faris, very well said. Aki was helped by other players, but he could have done better. Thanks for getting. Oh, come on. I agree. Sheffield has 10 times worse personnel and can defend better than us. It's the system. Just by Koulibaly already picked. No, they won't do that. You guys, if you turn up once in a blue moon and start telling me we need to buy this player and that player, you haven't been paying attention. See you, Cram. Take it easy. Yeah, our defence can't defend 1v1. Says Aaron, we're soft and slow, says Darcy. I told you about Walker, says Jamal. Everton looks a better team, says Jarrett. No, they're not. This is a major recoil. If anything, this will fire up Pep. Kamal, I don't think so. Pep will just... we lost so many times, 9 or 10 last season. Did that fire Pep up? How did that fire Pep up? Because we still got getting stuff. We lost against Arsenal. Did that fire Pep up in the semi-final of the FA Cup? We lost against Lyon. You know, how much did it fire Pep up to put a bit of a show? We haven't got hearts. There's not enough leaders, no heart. Stu, I Pep was one title with these Muppets. Walker still in. They might be, Stu, overhyped. These Muppets got 100 points, which no other team. Liverpool haven't got 100 points. United haven't got 100 points. Arsenal haven't got 100 points. No other team has got. Chelsea hasn't got 100 points. Nobody's done it. Nobody's won all the domestic trophies. So they might be overhyped, but they were good enough to win all those trophies. I think could have been the answer to low block. He's tall. You look at the way Vardy got in front of Eric Garcia to score his goal. We had chances. KDB put one in like that in the first half. Nobody there. We had 3 men in the box, but nobody coming across the near post. No attackers. Maybe an Aguero would have come across the near post. Maybe a Rory Delap. Maybe an attacker would have come across the near post. Everybody else waiting to tap it in at the middle of the pitch and the far middle of the goal and at the far post. We needed someone at the near post. I can't see the logic either, GRX. 4 years later, Pep still doesn't have to defend the counter. Absolutely. Jamal, it's players and the manager. It's always the players and the manager. If a player misses an open goal, it's the player's fault. If the manager puts up a bad system, it's the manager's fault. We'll be a completely different team out there. Where's the spirit going to come from? Where's the fight? I wrote a lot of notes. Mendy for making too many mistakes. He can't do anything, says the GSJ. GSJ certainly isn't happy with Mendy. Patterson isn't favouring some players, to be fair. I think we have to credit Mancini immensely, his legacy, but as a top team for a decade. Look, the players that Mancini had were the best. Yaya, Aguero, Silva. Those guys carried us. And 1 or 2 others have done bits and pieces, but those guys carried us. There's no question. We have lost like this before, and Pepper's always turned things around. We didn't do it last season. We didn't turn it around last season, Herons. If you ask me, it came at the best time, but we are rolling. No. Starting to think it's time for Pep to go. Unfortunately, it's too predictable. No backup tactic. If we don't sign a left back, Diaz and Koulibaly and a backup, it ain't happening. Fernandinho is 35. He's not taken off because he's 35, City original. He's not taken off because he's 35. The guy's as fit as a fiddle. He's one of the fittest players in the team. He certainly offers us more than Rodri. Amazing how you could talk about the players and still you don't blame them. I'm blaming them both, Jamal. You got to open your ears, man. If you come here narrow-minded, you won't listen. I've blamed Pep loads. Barca, Pep had Messi, Iniesta, and Xavi. He then spent John a trouble winning Bayern, then spent $1 billion at City. He does a lot of good stuff, but he overthinks far too often. Pep has conceded 3 hat-tricks in his career, 1 from Messi and 2 from Vardy. But there you go. Pep is going. I said that, Jamal. I said that I can't see him being here next season. I training system maybe getting our players. Absolutely, man. How are we getting so many injuries? Chelsea came back from 3 down. Absolutely. GRX, okay? Once we were 3-1 down, I knew we weren't coming back. I knew we weren't coming back because we didn't have the heart. But I knew Chelsea could come back. I knew Chelsea couldn't come back. City didn't have the heart, and we were conceding far too many chances. Injek and Carcross, City originally is a lot better than Mendy. Mohamed Ode, 3 penalties, disgusting. I feel like Garcia's pressure stopped and Koulibaly just rose. Well, we ain't getting Koulibaly, I'll tell you that. This is the first time Pep has cleaned 5 games in his whole career. Well, he's getting a lot of new records at City. He can't blame the squad. He can't blame the players. He's got to blame himself. First half I was happy with it. Was okay 1-1. Second half just mistake after mistake. Say Scotty in that defence. Nothing has changed. We're playing a player who was open and said he doesn't want to play for City. We need a left back. It's not just about buying players, guys. Rodri's not a DM. He's a CM. I agree, Omar. Abdurrahman, Rodri wasn't the right signing for DM. I agree. City original Chelsea had heart. We just lost absolutely. We literally didn't have a striker available outside of 17. Mr. Rob, I said so already. I said I want a lot of Tony Martins. I said we should get somebody. It's not the Messi saga, Zachary. What it is money. Yeah. If you didn't notice, I've said it many times. We offered 50 to 55 million for Koulibaly. They wanted 70. We wouldn't go any higher. We offered 50 million for Jules Koundé. They wanted 70. We wouldn't go any higher. Immediately went for Diaz. We got him for about 50, 55 million. We weren't going to pay more money. And that's it. I said, Andy, I've said it, Andy. We've not recruited anybody who walks into our first team. Wow, I'm miles behind. I'm never going to catch up, am I? I'm really questioning if Pep is the right man anymore. Look, I would love to be at the press conference because I'd give Pep hell. I honestly would give Pep. See, I'm going to go there and ask the question that the fans want to ask, that I want to ask. Why won't you sign a new contract? If you're, because this is just BS from Pep. It's BS. Oh, if I'm good enough, I'll sign a new contract, blah, blah, blah. If they want me. Come out and sign a new contract or say I'm going or leave now. Charles, I've been saying all season that City are following the Wenger path to mediocrity, and we do not sign seller players but pay around 50 for mediocrity. They're not mediocre players, Charles, but we're overpaying for players, and then they might be okay, and then we end up being rubbish. Stones wasn't rubbish in the Centurion season. Neither was Otamendi. JSJ, it happened 10 times last season in the league, I think. 9 or 10 times. It's happening far too often. If left to put 5 passes in one half and bricking it for King Ark. Bringing Nagelsmann, I don't think he'll come. So do you want to know? Just so you know, Klopp said 500 million. No, 400 million in 2.5 seasons or 2 seasons, Faris. That's what I'm saying. I'm not talking about his 4.5 years or whatever. I'm talking about his 2.5. Pep's mistakes are costing us a lot. Leon now. Leicester. Look, Arsenal, Leon, Leicester, Zachary Spot and Nagelsmann is an excellent call. We need new ideas, new blood. From who? The new blood. We've got a lot of new players. What is Garcia doing to wants to leave? We haven't got the injuries, man. We've got the injuries. And Pep's, you can't argue with that. We need new ideas, says Omar Abdurrahman. We also end up buying players that don't fit the style of play beyond our game. Never mind the players, we try to talk about tactics. Jamal, I'm just bored with you, okay? In fact, Jamal, I'm going to do that. I'm bored. I'm so bored with you just saying the same old thing, okay? I'm so bored with you, Jamal. Okay, saying the same old thing, which I address again and again, and you come back and say the same old thing. So, hey, let's not have the same old thing anymore. And that's an option. Chelsea want rid of Kanté, apparently. Why not? But Ismail Benasser was the man. 40 to 50 million quid, I reckon, would have got 50 million euros, would have got Ismail Benasser. I'm pretty sure of that. We should have done it. That's my opinion. Pep and Cheeky and Ferran, they all know more than me. My opinion is we should have got Ismail Benasser. I know the past season I'm a bit losing confidence in Edison's keeper. Everybody was poor. With everybody believing defenders, not Pep now, we might as well bring similar. It's not just the defenders, it's Pep as well. It's Pep for allowing people to play like that. Kanye West, Kante's class City original. Kanye West is no good for us, man. He's not a good football player. Mikel Arteta says, yeah. You can't just blow off the injuries and say they don't matter. No, everything matters. Everything matters, Mr. Roll-Up. Okay, everything matters. But are you going to tell me, okay, we've got some of our first teamers out. After the restart last season, Eric Garcia was the main centre-back with Laporte. So Eric Garcia is playing today, Walker's playing today, Mendy's playing, and Ake, your new 40 million signing, he's playing. You got Rodri playing. Your 60 million man. You got KDB playing. And up front, you got Sterling, Mahrez, and Phil Foden. No one can tell me we didn't have any good players. DC fan 70. Mendy provided nothing. Just because the complexion has changed, why does that excuse 3 penalties given away in one match? It's not about injuries, it's about the team not caring. I agree, Darcy. Omar Amisani, he didn't play last season, Omar Abdurrahman. And the season before, he hardly started a game after the Liverpool game. He just wasn't in it. City lost 5-2 and Andy still makes it a priority to dislike the video. The man doesn't have a life. That's it, Faris. Doesn't matter. Move on, guys. Move on. Just give us a thumbs up. Move on. Many provided defensive frailties to City original. Nightbot, please don't forget to give us a thumb up and subscribe if you like what we're doing. Thanks for your support. I think Nightbot comes on and says that after, I don't know if it's after 30 minutes, Nightbot comes on and says that, guys. So listen to Nightbot. And please, if you want to send your videos in, if you want to send your videos in, send it to that address. We will give you a new address soon so that we can do that on a different way. No, it's not going to happen, King. We're not bringing Mancini back. Mendy will probably get injured now. Probably the best thing for us. Garcia won't be here in a few weeks. Just centre back pairing will completely different, and you will have an actual striker. I think that will make a difference, but you got to have your tactics. We didn't want him City original. You know, one of the problems we have is Mendy. You know, no one wants him. We sold him last summer, apparently. Nobody wants to pay his wages. He was injured. Nobody wants to pay his wages or his transfer fee. Edwin, it's not even because we don't have a plan B. Pep's plan A doesn't work anymore. That's why we only got 13 out of 30 points against the top 6 last year. Can't argue with your figures. Yes, Sakurai. Mr. Roll Up, you're right. Writing has been on the wall all transfer window. This team needed a haul. Too little, too late, says GRX. Unfortunately, Scotty probably turn up against the relegating side. Pep is suffering from depression and I'm worried for his mental health. He needs to be, or missed all that. Have a break as team is affected. Lone Wolf, something wrong with Pep. There is. Is Ruben Diaz better than Koulibaly? Don't know, Ryan. Honestly, don't know because I see more of Koulibaly than Ruben Diaz. Having said that, I did a video today. I haven't got time to put it out yet. It might go out tomorrow about Ruben Diaz with a Portuguese guy. Okay, well, he's American now, but all his I think all his parents were from Portugal, or all his grandparents were from Portugal. Sorry. So he's got Portuguese lineage. He's a football analyst for Total Analysis. I think it's Total Analysis. He follows La Liga and he follows the Portuguese NOS League. So he follows both the Portuguese and the Spanish leagues. He did that was Scott Martin. He did the video with me about Koundé. He's done the video about Ruben Diaz. So I think that's going to be better. No, Diaz is not better than Koulibaly, says Mr. Roll-Up. And we're bringing on 17 to change the game for us. Don't get me wrong. I like that. He should have started. And then we could have changed it if that doesn't work. But we went for the... I said Pep would go safe. Pep thinks playing your experienced players is the answer. It wasn't the answer. Zachary, you've got to argue. You can't argue that. Vardy. Ottoman will go to Benfica and become the best centre-back under man. How... I just believe you, mate. Everybody soft touch City now weak. Terrible 3 penalties given away. Finding a new way to lose his Dre. Absolutely. Do you have relations in India? No, I don't, Ryan. Faris, that could be very true. Along with Otamendi, he's past. Go on. I don't like people call garbage. You'll get calling our players garbage. Will get you a timeout. I think there should be a game given to Walker. Otamendi, Stones, and Chinka, they would have done better. Long Wolf sort of made man frustrated. I'm still way behind. I'm never going to catch up. Going to send me a video. Come on, guys. I want some videos in. I want to put your. Hopefully, Scotty sent me a video, but nobody else. Aki was our best ever. Says Robert wasn't difficult. Eminem. I think you should just. We didn't have any choice. Eminem. Okay, because Sane wanted to leave. He wouldn't sign a new contract. He would have been gone for free the next summer. We had to get rid of him. I think here's the mistake, and this is Pep's fault. 100% Pep's fault. Sane should not have started in the Community Shield against Liverpool last season because he got injured. Not only did we lose £40 million of his value, I think we'd have got about 80 million for him. We lost about 35-40 million pounds of value, or 30 million at least, and we didn't replace him. So we had to sit with this guy all season with no replacement. Now, we should have sold him the summer before last. Yeah, we should have sold him, and then last summer we should have sold him and got our replacement. We'd have had a lot of money, got out and got a good, suitable replacement. Instead, we're getting somebody now who's going to take time. Absolutely, Drake. Too late in the winter to do anything sensible, unless you go for people that you're looking at next summer. People like Ismail Benassa, Houssam Aouar. They're going to have to look at it. I don't think they will spend any money, though. Give some respect to Otamendi. No one wants to give him respect, Faris. That's the problem. Ace Chardonnay. City's falling apart. I think we fell apart last season, buddy. We have Leeds up next. I expect the ball to turn around. I agree, GSJ. The silver lining is that it's early in the season, says DCF fan. I agree. Zachary Sankabani, I don't think we'll do that. I'm telling you guys, says Mr. Roll, watch this, how this team changes. I agree, Mr. Roll. It has to get better. It will get better. But it's what I didn't like, what annoys me, what frustrates me, what angers me is a lack of heart. It's the way we give up so easily. We just fell apart. They were like a hot knife going through butter, and that's a problem. It's a huge problem. We saw it last season. We've seen it this season. City original not player ratings. We'll see that for tomorrow. All teams will use this template. They've been doing it. Sit back and wait for City to self-destruct. TC fan, spot on. I can't acknowledge that enough. Spot on. Teams are just going to wait for us. Once you start putting pressure on City, I used to say it last season. I said it the season before when I used to do previews with opposition fans. I said, attack us. Don't sit back. Put the pressure on us and watch us crumble. We are weak. Foden, Robert Robertson, I hope that's our only loss. I think we're going to lose more. Victoria, I don't even think David Luiz can give away such penalties. We laugh at David Luiz, but look at what we did today. Garcia wants his Zachary. I don't understand that. I think Man City should sign Eric Ten Hag. I don't think that's going to happen. I believe he can solve Man City. I don't know who can solve Man City's problems. At least Ake can score off a corner. DC fan, that's not going to work as well with our new receiver. Hi, Laurie. Hope you're well. Ikram, if you know how to defend deep and have a clinical striker like Vardy, that's easy to be spineless. Spineless is a good word. I don't think you can blame us for not hoping to sell Sane because we generally had to keep him. We had hope, but we would have sold him. The mistake was we didn't. We let him play the Community Shield, got him injured, lost 34 million quid on his sales price, and didn't replace him then. Why are you giving KDB? I'm not even looking at your numbers, guys. I don't think you can blame us for not done that. Dancing like well, I'm a City fan and Pep's problems become minor when the team's affected. Oh, so far behind. You wouldn't get it too, Harry. Absolutely embarrassing. That's shocking, mate. I've been a Mendy supporter since he arrived, but it's over. I said that last season. Kitty was the best. I'm bothered about ratings. City already are getting abused online. This is just sad, and I can't be bothered anymore. Stick with it, Ikram. Got to stick with it through thick and thin. I need to say Pep tactics are outdated, and we need to find another manager who bring the energy. Either Pep needs to change, or he needs to consider his position. He's not going to sign a contract. I said this in the summer. If you're not going to sign a contract, there will be some players who don't like. Not every single player at City loves Pep. There will be players that don't like him, don't like his style, don't like his management style, don't like his tactics, don't like his training or whatever. And they will not put the effort in. Adam, it was a pathetic performance. Alexander saying, anybody, Yasu to you. Or Kelly, is it Kelly Mira? Is it evening? I can't remember. Hello to everyone, difficult night. Are we going to have any chance to buy Alabama? No, they should have done that. See, go and look at the people I talked about in the summer. And I don't care that I'm not a licensed coach or anything, and I'm not a manager of Pep's high standard. David Alaba, put the 30 million euros in, get David Alaba. That would have changed us. David Alaba playing today, do you think how much difference would he have made? How much difference for 30 million euros? David Alaba, if he would have come, obviously there's that issue. But how much difference would he have made? Miles better than Mendy. It's in a different universe. Okay? Ismail Benasser. He'd have walked all over Rodri. Ismail Benasser is a class player. Ferran Torres was rusty, says hard. Well, it's going to be hard for Ferran. If we're going to play like this, it's going to be extremely hard for him to get confident. Edison was bought to this, says JSC, why didn't we go for Alavi? At least 2 or 3. He's only 29, Eminem. 29, he's got 3 or 4 fantastic years ahead of him. He just said apparently he didn't want to come to England, but his last year of his contract at Bayern Munich, we should have put 30 million euro bid in. That's it. Honestly, I think you could have argued we could have got away with getting David Alaba and not getting Nathan Ake, for instance. I mean, Alaba can play in the middle as well. We could have played. Look at that. That's why I wanted Alaba. You can have Cancelo playing on the left, Alaba playing with Laporte, or Alaba playing with Ake. And keeping Stones, you don't need Ruben Dias, Koulibaly, or anybody else. Alaba's your man. And if you need him to play out left, you put him out left and you play Aki with Laporte or Stones with Laporte. There's options. I don't think we'll get Douglas Luiz. I like Douglas Luiz, DC fan. I thought we might get him next year. And I think next year is when we would look at him. But I want Ismail Benasser, another season of inconsistencies, GRX. I can't argue with. And there's too many points that I can't argue with. Man City, Upamecano, I don't think that's going to happen. Ryan Alaba doesn't want to come to the Prem. I heard that Mr. Roll Up. Money makes a difference to people. I don't know what Adam tried to relate it to what too much. Don't know what you're talking about. I told you we should have signed Evans. Faris, look, Evans is better than what we had. 4-3, we should play, says Robert. Believe in the team suggests I do believe in the team, but I also believe it's not good enough at the moment. When the game starts, let's say we only score from free kicks or corners. We score 2 from set pieces. Nothing can break down a flat back 5 with 4 mids in front of them. We can't. Messi can. I don't know how Stones got hurt. We wouldn't get it. Watch your step up to Leeds. Yeah, that's the problem, JRX. And then people say, oh, well, look, we'll go and beat Leeds 4-1 or something. People say, yeah, we're back. Victoria, it's a problem when a team doesn't mind losing like that at home. Yeah, it was disgusting. You know, maybe the lack of investment is down to Pep. No. Possibly Lone Wolf. But we don't do that. We don't do that, Lone Wolf. You got to remember, if you've not been watching the videos I've been putting out, we are £100 million down in income from the COVID issues from last season and this season coming. If there's no fans at the grounds, City are at least £100 million out of pocket. And Shea Mansour's not pumping up that money for it. Alaba, Laporte, Diaz, Walker, solid. Can't argue with that, Harge. But look, Walker, supposedly, one of our top defenders, he messed up. He messed up against Lyon. He messed up against Arsenal. He messed up here. Too many of our players ball watch and go to sleep. Stones does it. Walker does it. Mendy's snoring. I understand, Edwin, but he's got 1 year left in his contract. Why hasn't he signed? No harm putting a bid in. Lone Wolf Pep's heart not in it, says GRX. To be fair, Walker did play 3 games this week. Can't really blame him. But yeah, but Prithvi, he wasn't brilliant. He's all right. But no, I don't buy that, Prithvi, because he got sent off for England, so he had a bit more time to relax. I don't buy that. You have to play 3 games in a week sometimes. Vincent Kompany's old world-class defender that has played for this club, Laporte, I would say, is also world-class. But he doesn't show enough Ikram. I agree. City problems, not so much personnel, but mentally starting with the coach up to the players. Absolutely. Next year, transfer serious this summer. Long if we can buy World Cup players for an ascent, Rudius is coming in. We'll buy a striker next summer. I agree. City original Paris. The midfield doesn't press like it used to 2 or 3 years ago. It's not the same for some reason. This is the same reason why Pep left Party felt like the team isn't hungry enough. I said so. I said, especially with Pep not committing, the team isn't hungry enough. What would have happened if Pep committed? The players who didn't like him would have asked to leave, I think. Ace Chardonnay, City should have appointed you as a director. Yeah, that's it, Ace Chardonnay. I tell you what, the one thing I wouldn't like is heart. I've always said this. When I talk about myself, I've always said in football, just about all the time, I might have had the skill, yeah? I might have had the technique and the talent, but what I had was heart. What I had was energy. What I had was, I tell this story many times. I used to play left back, okay? I remember one game in particular. I used to play left back a lot. And I wasn't left-footed, but I like playing left back. I remember we had a corner. I was on the edge of the box, on the left-hand corner of the box. And the ball got cleared, and they legged it up the pitch. Okay? I legged it. And I remember I went from the left-hand corner of their box to the right-hand corner of our box. I ended up being the last man. Okay, I was so knackered when I got there. The guy turned inside me, shot and scored. But none of our team were there. I was the one. And I remember playing hockey for my school. I went to 1 or 2 practice sessions. I couldn't hit a hockey ball to save my life. But what I had was heart. What I had was determination and effort. And I would run from and that's it. I would just hold people up by being able to stand in front of them, by putting the effort into run. When I played sport, I give it everything. When I played squash, my friends used to say, that I would dive into the wall. I would dive into the sidewall to get the ball. You know, I remember cracking my head into the sidewall once, getting the ball. And all I was bothered, what? Did I win the point? Get up quickly. Badminton, people see me. People can't believe. Now, I'm in my 50s, in my late 40s. When I last played badminton, I was diving around the court. I was diving everywhere for everything. I want to win. You've got to have that mentality. And I will give it everything that I've got. When I played football, last time I played football seriously was about 5 years ago in a veterans team. I would train for it. I would, other guys, they were smoking and taking it easy and whatever. I would train, I would be jogging during the week. I'd go to training on a Wednesday and a match on a Sunday. I'd work hard. I'd work hard during the week because that was it for me. It was so important. So I'd give it everything, even though I was overweight. And I was the guy who ran the most on that team. You got to give it everything. I would be cramping up chasing balls because my body couldn't do it, but I was still, even though I was fit, I was giving more than I had. And that's what you need. You need that guts and determination. We haven't got it. We haven't got enough of it. Victoria, you're right. Liverpool don't capitulate like City. Liverpool have got leaders. They got Henderson. They got Van Dijk. They will kick the rest of the team around. They'll kick them around to make sure they stick to the guns. They don't get battered like this. Okay, they got battered by us 4-0 at our place, but they very rarely get battered. We are getting opened up so much. No determination, no desire to win, says Zachary. Disgusting. No energy in the squad, says Laurie. I'm still behind. Victoria Bandit, it's not easy breaking it. It's not easy if it's City Original, but you've got to do it, Burton Road. No urgency when possession is lost, basic stuff. Yeah. When we were winning 1-0 in that first half, okay, we weren't busting a gut trying to score that second. We were just holding on to it and we're taking it too easy. Instead of continuing to spend 50 million on centre-backs, how about a proper left-back? The centre-backs are other problems. They get no help from the full-back. Why is City not going after Max Aarons? I heard Barcelona wanted him. What do we know? The press is in the team is gone, says Ikram. When a team gets past the press, the stuff is... I can't believe I'm so far behind. Robert Robertson, no, I like Alaba. We'll get world-class players for under 70 million, especially not a striker. We could have got Martinez. You can argue whether he's world-class or not. We could have gone for Martinez. I think 50 or 60 million could have got him. People talk about advance. We also lack the ability to finish our chances. A clinical striker would allow us to win more games. I agree, DC fan. I've said it for the last 2 seasons. If Walker didn't have pace, he would be playing something. Can I argue with that? We need a left back, says Robert. Exactly, Edwin. Walker's getting on. Cancelo's still not convincing enough. I will be shocked if there are still people that think we don't need a left back this window. We need it. Mendy's not good enough, and all we've got is Cancelo. I don't want Ake to play there. We've got Cancelo. Left back and striker, says Zachary. That's a tough one. That's a tough. Right now we've got no left back. Yeah, so I'll go for left back. I mean, you keep Laporte, Fernandinho replacement, whoever that is, De Bruyne and Sterling build from there, desperate to see him striking before the 5th ain't happening. We need a left back, but one with serious pace and defensive mindset because Mendy fancies himself as a striker. Left back says Robert, sitting to go out for Haaland. I can't see that happening. The reason why I told you is Alba is because I think he didn't sign yet. He hasn't signed. Alaba hasn't signed apparently, but the rumours are he doesn't want to come to the Premier League. But if we offered enough money, maybe he would. I don't know, Faris. Honestly, I don't know. We need spirit. We haven't got it. And that comes from the top. Left back is our main issue. Everything else will sort itself out as we get healthy and work deals in. I agree, Mr. Oliver. That is a big issue. Left back and strength forward. Should have bought you over for 45. I don't think we need him. I think if I would still say Alaba. I think we only get to Diaz and no one else is hard. Definitely not Chilwell. Grimaldo is our man. Says you want to get it. Chilwell is trash, says Edwin at defending. Victoria, the way we played today, not even Messi could save us. I agree, Victoria. We wouldn't have lost that if we wouldn't have lost if that wasn't for those 3 penalties. I would take 4 points from the first 2 games. Of course, I want to win every game. But yeah, look, giving those 3 penalties away, if Edison had saved one of the penalties, sorry, if we'd let them have the shots and Edison had saved 1 or 2, the game's still on. But giving Vardy and giving them 3 penalties, it's too easy. Or at least work with Delap and make him flourish. I'd much rather see Delap worked on than buy from the market. Use that for... Yeah, I agree. Scott Mank. Yes, we need a left back with pace who can defend. Very disappointed, to put it mildly, says Danny. Maybe his contract depends on this season. If this season the same as last one, he might go. I think he'll go, Faris. If we don't challenge, he's gone, and I can't see us challenging the way we're playing. People will say, oh, 2 games in, how can you say that? I said it after 6 or 8 games in last season. I said we are not going to win the title. We are not good enough. Liverpool are too good, and we're not good enough. I was right. Not always going to be right, but I'll tell you, I was right. I know we had to break them down, but I know we wouldn't be able to. At this rate, we might not even get to the Carabao. I agree with that. Leaders is Victoria. Many's awful. Just, we need a new striker. Guerrero and Jesus both injured. Pep style doesn't work with that proper personnel playing in their proper positions, Mr. Rolo. What chances do we even create? I actually can't even think of a clear-cut chance. There was one when KD put a really dangerous ball in, but we had no one at the near post to attack it. Rodgers outwitted Pep tactically. Pep does the same. Arteta did it against us, and now Rodgers has done it against us. DC fan, his legs have gone, his confidence has gone, his ability has gone. Just in my notes, I wrote Mendy doesn't have the desire or the ability to contend as much. I said so. Alaba over Mendy says Robert. My kid's over Mendy at the moment. Oh, that's disrespectful. We're losing Arsenal our next 2 games. It's going to be terrible, this. DC fan, Mendy has never been the same since the injuries. I agree. We'll get murdered if we play that against Arsenal. I agree. Well, no, not murdered, but we're going to struggle. Dreading the next game's GRX. It wouldn't surprise me if Pep's confusing mind. He's thinking of putting Aki at left back. I hate that idea. He can't surprise me at this point. Victoria Banner, and that's outwitted tactically. Prithvi, penalties are being awarded like candies. Yeah, but do it even for handball, Prithvi. Do it for fouls. I will continue like a broken record. City's problems, not personal elements. It's both, but you can't. That's what I said, Victoria. Mentality comes from the top, where conceding penalties when the opponent isn't even through on goal. Amateurish defending. Pep doesn't coach defending, so we can only buy defenders that already know how to defend. Laporte, Eke, Diaz. Carl, in the beginning of a lot of people said they should have gone in the summer. We discussed it and said if he's not going to sign a new contract, he shouldn't be around. If he's not going to sign a new contract, the players are not going. Some of them are not going to play, and we're going to have a stumbling season like we had in Manuel Pellegrini's last season and in Mancini's last season. Faris, injuries have killed him, and his confidence has gone. I can play left back, so expect. I say original. I don't want it. What people don't want to accept, Aki played left back for Watford in 2015, 2016 when he was a young kid. And Watford got to the Premier League. Sorry if I missed your comments there, guys. There are obviously still a lot. City original, how can the fans knew how level play were not Pep? Maxime, I didn't what happened today. We got stuffed, Maxim. We were rubbish. You wouldn't get it too. You can play left back, but to a certain point, City original, City the proper left back. I agree. Wouldn't get it too. Faris, yeah, I was trying to catch up with the comments. Well, I'm up there. I've caught up. We're in for another tough season, Aaron. Yeah, I agree. Guys, has anybody sent any videos in? Have you sent me a video, Scott? Nobody sent me a video in. I'm a bit disappointed, actually. Just needed one video, guys. There's the email address. I really want to get this season to get people sending videos in so we can just pop them on the channel, because I'm trying to put out as much content as possible. It's just that's my feeling at the moment, is to put out a lot of content, and I need some guys to put some more content out. I mean, Jenny does a video after the women's games, and I need a few guys to put some videos out after the men's games. I'm just going to do some deleting, tidying up a couple of things. I hate YouTube sometimes. I just have to sort YouTube out. Not enough likes, guys. That's one of the big problems. I have to ask, because I'll just do some delete. I'll leave it till later. The Ruben Diaz videos, I'm just deleting that, guys, because I didn't do it on this. Anything else, guys? City original, it's 2 or 3 minutes is all we need. I mean, Jenny did one today and it was under 2 minutes long. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. 2 or 3 minutes is really what I want. I mean, the most you can go for is about 5 minutes. Most people send it by email. If you've got me WhatsApp, you can send it by WhatsApp. So yeah, send us videos, because if Cole's around, Cole will upload it whilst we're doing the thing. So in fact, that's what I used to do sometimes. Before, I would record a 5-minute video, upload it, and then do the live stream. But it's, it's nice to put. Some people don't want to watch a long live stream. Some people just want to watch a 2 or 3 minute video. So sometimes we do that. Victoria is struggling at the moment for some reason. Pep is struggling. He's run out of ideas. The team looks tired. Injuries and short off season are combined. Yeah, look, there's a lot of issues, but we've got to take it on the chin. You want to get it to his Pep's finish. How long do you want us to go? Oh, right, it's 2 or 3 minutes, guys. One word to sum up the game: heartless. I said we've got no heart. Will Diaz actually fix our problems, Maxim? No, because it's heart. Diaz might help defend better, but look how easy it was for Leicester to run through us. I think Pep has lost his hunger and sparkle. Don't think it helps at the club that we don't know if he'll. That's what I said in the summer, Carl. If he doesn't say it, there's going to be players. There's going to be players there who don't like him, who for whatever reason, and might have put the efforts in because they know he's gone at the end of the season and they'll still be here. Yeah, since the original part, the boss play on the counter, we couldn't break it down, and it's not good enough. The thing is, what we end up doing is pushing more men forwards because we can't break them down, pushing more men forwards and allowing ourselves to be open to the counter-attack. Jerick Pep's been looking depressed, needs a break. Bayern turned around the season halfway through with players they got free on loan, and DCF fan, they got a new manager. Hashtag City don't need an upcoming centre-back. Yes, they need a ready-made one in Koulibaly. Well, I think you're doing Diaz a disservice. Hashtag Diaz and Koundé, an excellent centre-backs. And if you're watching them, I'm relying a lot on what I've been told by Scott, who it's his job to watch La Liga and analyze the players and the systems and stuff. So I got to go with what he says. He says a lot of good stuff. Wouldn't be surprised if Pep, I think Pep. It's got to get to you. It's got to get. Why haven't we got Koulibaly? It's money, Maxim. We would not pay the 70 or 80 million that Napoli wanted. We wanted about 50 to 55. But Walker pushes forward because that's what Pep wants. But if Walker's pushing forward, look, Liverpool use their fullbacks as creative, outlets. So they're using Trent Alexander-Arnold and they're using Robertson as their creative outlets. But they play with 2 centre-backs who stay back, generally, and they'll play with at least 1 or 2 defensive midfielders who do their job. And then creating. We struggle with it. We struggle with it far too much. Anyway, guys, I think that's it. We've done an hour. I'm knackered. And I've still got a video to edit. Cheers, Faris. I'm not worried. Faris, thanks for that. But guys, don't worry about other people on other channels. Don't worry about other people on us. Let's focus on right now. Let's just focus on us. Just focus on us. Yeah. Thanks for doing this post. Look, Questline, I'm not here to calm you down, honestly. I'm spitting feathers inside. But I also realize if I go over the top, come on, Laurie, you'll get your 5 minutes in timeout. I also realize if I go over the top, people will use that against us. So, I'm trying to be. It's getting the balance between being objective and being emotional and passionate. Got to get that balance, and I'm trying. Yes, people. I'm mad with Pep. I was mad with Pep the first season he came. I'll say this, because I was disappointed that we kept doing Plan A. It wasn't working. I supported City probably for longer than you've been alive. I started supporting City in the early 70s when I was a kid because my eldest cousin was a City fan. The rest of my family were United or Liverpool. The rest of my cousin's family were United or Liverpool. But he supported City. He was my oldest cousin. He's several years older than me. And I supported City because of him. And yes, I have been to Main Road many times. I started going in the late 70s. Didn't go before that. I mean, I was only late 70s. I'd have been around. Would have even been a teenager. I remember going with mates from school, talking about Steve Daly, who we bought, I think, in 1979. So I'm pretty sure I went in 1979 because we talked about him when we were going to the game. So I think that's when he joined. So it'd have been certainly going in October or November 79 for a start. I'm not an original. And I tell people want to ask, someone asked me about the games in the 90s. I said, I used to play football. So I didn't go to too many games in the 90s. No, that's incorrect. Most City season card holders are all aged over 55, I think, or they've been sporting for at least 25 years. City have the oldest fan base in terms of how long they've been supporting City in terms of their season card holders. And the thing is, people ask me, "Oh, you're not a fan, or you never go to games." I used to play football, guys. I used to play football as much as I could. I always say my first desire is to play sport. I don't want to watch it. I will watch it if I can't play it. I want to watch. Sorry, I want to play. That's why I played as much as I could. Football, cricket. At school, I played rugby. When I was older, in the 90s, I told you what my week was. Monday night, football training. Tuesday night, I used to play squash. Wednesday, gymnastics. Thursday, probably a Thursday off, but I used to go running. And Friday, trying to rest for the match on Saturday. But in amongst all that, I'd go to the gym as well. So on Monday night, I'd be down the gym for an hour at least, doing my weights, doing other stuff, and then playing football. Same on Tuesday, same on Wednesday, same on Thursday, same on Friday. I'd go 5 days a week, doing my weights, and doing cardio as well. And I used to play a lot of badminton, a lot of tennis back in the day, in the summer. So we'd switch from squash to tennis. I was doing sports all the time. Yes, hashtag. I used to do it all the time. And so so in the 90s, I would go to play matches. Now, when City were in London, because I couldn't go up to Manchester if I'm playing a match on a Saturday morning. And then I used to play Saturday afternoon football, so that's even harder. Because back in the day, a lot of the games were on Saturday afternoon, 3 o'clock. But I used to go in the early 90s. I lived in Guildford, and I used to come to London to watch City when they came into London. It was easy to get a home ticket. You'd pay on the door. So I'd go to places like QPR, places like Wimbledon or Palace or wherever. Highbury. I'd go to Stamford Bridge. Hated Stamford Bridge. And City weren't good. I used to go and watch City lose, basically, everywhere I went. Everywhere I went, watch City lose. But I still used to go. So, but I was playing football. Because even though I'm rubbish, I much prefer to play football. When I was at university, I played on a Saturday and a Sunday and a Wednesday if I could. I played 3 matches a week. I'm so crazy. I play 2 matches a day. Anyway, I like Cricket City Original. I like almost all sports. I used to watch when I was a kid, and I play as much. Even now, because of the COVID, I can't do anything. I've just started running again, just started going to the gym to do some weights after so long. I would have started with badminton again, but all the adult classes are cancelled now. They had 1 week, some had none. All the adult tennis cancelled, all the adult badminton cancelled. Everything's been cancelled. And when we lived in France before, I used to play badminton a lot. I used to go, I think, 3 times a week to one really decent club, and then I used to coach. So I might go Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I think Wednesday nights was coaching for where we were coached. Tuesday and Thursday we used to go to play. Friday night I used to work teaching badminton. I was a coach. And Saturday morning, I used to teach badminton as a coach. I play sometimes 4 or 5 times a week. And I'd go running as well. My kids used to go badminton on a Monday night for a couple of hours. Whilst they were doing badminton, I'd go out on the track. There's an athletics track there. And I'd run 10, 12 kilometres, maybe even more. I think once I ran, I remember running about 10 miles. I couldn't walk after that. I just love sport. I love getting involved. Anyway, let's see what you guys are saying, and then we'll knock it on the head. More City fans. Nah, anyway, I've done that. Yes, Faris. How many times last season do you think we could have been pumped and we got lucky because teams kept missing? Wolves could have pumped us. Honestly, Wolves could have pumped us. You know, they could have been 3 or 4-2. You know, a clinical team will pump us. Leicester, pretty clinical tonight. Absolutely, Mr. Rolo. Liverpool without, I agree, did not, you know, it's tough, but did have found a way. Faris, Daniel, so many fans are laughing at Pep. I don't know why. No preseason too. Oh look, it's been really tough, but it's the heart. That's my issue. It's the heart. I'm gonna have to go in 2 minutes. Mrs. is asking me if I want to eat. I've had a night to eat tonight. I've had a tough day. Do you think we can get 40 pounds there? And that's the worry. That's why I joked, you know, that that Aki's gone from a team fighting relegation to another team fighting relegation. Ikram, I spotted 6 since I was 7, which is when I got into football after watching the European Championship. That's when I fell in love. Maxim, I remember my cousin, I would have been about 5, so I'm 52, so that's 1973. We lost the 1974 Cup final, League Cup final to Wolves. That's what a fellow from Wolves always reminds me. Won it in 76, and then we went through a massive period of not winning anything. So, but that's when I started going in the, as I said, probably around 79. And you've got to remember, life was very different in those days. You know, a lot of racism, still is racism, but not as much as it was then. You know, getting chased everywhere for just for the colour of your skin is terrible. And money was tight as well. There's a limit to what you can do. You know, and I didn't jib in, you know, when, you know, like other people find it a badge of honour. It's not an honourable thing. Can't. Oh, come on, Ikram. Have faith. Have faith. I question why we have injuries overtraining CGRX. Ikram, our defence will be better when play Leeds. JR. True Pep looks stressed. 6 Centurions on the 28. I think that 18-19 were better and that mentality. Both teams had that mentality. The Centurions was different because it was too easy. Yeah, we didn't really have to stress ourselves. But the 18-19 winners, that was mentality. That's what got us through. Well, Edwin, to be honest, I haven't played badminton now for about 3 years. And the rackets I've left in England, I used to play, I loved it. I had this Yonex. Really, I mean, I'll be honest, I buy the Yonex. I got a really nice, I have 3 rackets, and I can't remember one of them because it was a brand that I never used to get, but I did some research on it and it was pretty good. I used to lend them out. I had a Yonex, I had a Carlton, really nice Carlton, and a third one, and I can't remember the name. It's got red on it. That's all I remember, red and black. But they're all in England, but they're all decent. You know, I'm the sort of sports person. I have the equipment, so, and I have proper shuttlecocks, my feathers. I have proper badminton rackets. I have proper badminton shoes. Play tennis, proper tennis shoes, proper balls, proper racket, and everything else. I might not be very good, but I've got the right gear. Faris, Leicester, the first team to get 3 penalties in the game in Premier League history. Has to be against City. I try my best to City original. Are we ever going to eat Leeds? I get lots of times in Leeds, but I think you mean beat Leeds, Maxim. We'll beat them. First time we've lost our first home game since 1989. Yeah, so yeah, it's just terrible. Victoria Bandit last season probably here again. Yeah, I said it. We were the same. I saw it against Wolves. I saw it against Bournemouth. Ikram, what will change? I'll tell you what will change. Laporte will play. Laporte will play against Leeds. That's the first thing. Zinchenko might play. Cancelo's not ready. I can see Zinchenko and Laporte playing against Leeds. Maybe Diaz or Aki partnering Laporte. That's what I see. hopefully Pep will play Liam Delap up front and work around that. Different years, same stuff, yeah. I don't support City, and I think they're the 5th biggest in England. United, Liverpool, Chelsea, and Arsenal, and City. We're up there. But see, I've always said, it doesn't matter about big. Yes, it's nice to say we're big, we're brilliant, and stuff. But you support your team, and you sometimes see me. I'll argue with people and say it doesn't matter. You can call us small, small time and all that. It doesn't matter. I just want to see good football. That's it. I want to see heart. Look. You'll get over it. Does 2 left-footed centre backs work? Why not Maxim? You'll see. Ruben Diaz can play. Here's the thing. Is Ruben Diaz a right-sided centre back? When he plays for Benfica, he's a right-sided centre back. When he plays for Portugal, he's a left-sided centre-back because Pepe plays on the right. There you go. Ikram, sick of the false 9. False 9 works sometimes. You've got to have the personnel. Mahrez is not the right kind of personnel in a false 9. And it works better with a team that doesn't play with 5 at the back. Aki and Laporte would be fine together. City original. I agree. I'm hoping we're going to see that. Aaron, City don't excite me. To be honest, I've said it before. Sometimes watching City is boring, and people say, "How can you say that? It's scandalous." But we just passing it around. There's no urgency. We step it up now and again, but there's no urgency throughout the game. There's no tempo. Thoughts on Chelsea's comeback? Well, they didn't deserve that 3rd goal, but they deserved it for the heart, the effort that they put in. And you thought that Chelsea could do it. Once we were 3-1 down, I never thought we could come back to draw that game. I never thought we could come to draw that game, let alone win it. I never thought. And I said, it was more likely we would concede more than score. And that's just the way City are. We're not relentless. Okay, guys, I'm going to go because, it's been well over an hour. Just close some stuff down and just have a quick look to see how many likes I've got, because that's not all I'm interested in, but there's an important reason. There's an important reason for the likes. YouTube I won't tell you guys. I won't tell you because some people think they've done well out of it to annoy me. They're only here to annoy me. See, guys, we still got 34 dislikes, but the other ones where we had loads of dislikes at the start, they've all disappeared. They all disappeared. The one with 36 dislikes, all gone. But it's actually 34 likes now. It's important, guys. I will say this for reasons I won't tell you. It's important to get likes to 30, which is what we used to do. And then the naysayers, the people who are here just to cause trouble, half the time they don't bother because it's not worth it. They've lost. They've lost before they've started. That's why when we used to have, I remember when we were all that messy stuff, and I was doing live streams, and you'd get 100 likes in no time. Yeah, you'd get an absolute shed load. Look, Messi staying at Barcelona at 65 likes. The only reason I got dislikes then was simply because there are a lot of people who are Barcelona fans who come on. And then the Messi movie's back on again, 124 likes, 9 dislikes, because there was no point. They don't get involved. Another Messi one, 104 likes. They don't bother. Messi update, 142 likes. Another Messi one, 103 likes. The one I did with Colin Savage about Messi, that had nearly 200 likes, if I remember correctly. So people, and the dislikes were minimal because there was no point, because they had nothing to gain. They had nothing to gain by disliking the videos because there were too many people liking them. So guys, if you are, as I say, if you're new to the channel, it'd be nice if you could subscribe. It's not a channel, we're not chasing money. It's nice to earn something. But I'll be honest with you guys, this channel earns pennies. That's the truth. I'm not going to hide it. It's not why I'm running the channel for 15 months. It's not why I'm putting out so many videos. I still enjoy it most of the time. Man United with the penalties as usual, says Maxim. Thought on Brighton in the post, very unlucky. All we want is heart. That's right, Blue Chan. Hopefully we'll come back stronger. I disagree. Watch City is boring in my opinion, only because we can dominate so consistently. The problem is not winning the game. Dominating without winning is boring. I agree, Dre. When you dominate and have 5 or well, usually if we score 4 or 5 goals, we've had 10 or 12 moments of magic. That makes it exciting. Like tonight, we didn't do anything with it. Besides the leading defenseman, the lead to control things in midfield, KDB creates, but he doesn't control like Silva. At this point, Buster Cherry City is boring. It's like watching a game of kick the can. Absolutely, Victoria. Your heart is in your mouth when opponents get the ball. So now City can lose to anyone, not a big team at all. Absolutely, Victoria. That's the worry. That's the worry. I want to see Delap bring it Foden and Torres to step up this season. We need a lot of energy. Can buy. Look, it's 2 games in. You know, we could be a different team in 2 games' time. Look, when we were Centurions, we had that game against Everton. Okay, we played well. We drew with them with 10 men. And then suddenly we went bang. So it can still happen. Don't mention Manuel Pellegrini. No, he gets too much disrespect because that first season he won the league and the Carabao Cup or the League Cup. I agree, Faris. Right, guys, I'm going to go. I'm going to have something to eat and then have a break. Guys, thanks so much for coming on. We'll come on tomorrow night. I'll get my Ruben Diaz video out in the morning, hopefully. So please watch that. And in the evening, we'll talk about the shambles that was this game and do our player ratings. Yeah.